Welcome back to What's the 411 Sports. Mike, our favorite not sensitive player, Kevin Durant, has made the news again. Kevin Durant went on Portland Trailblazers guard CJ McCollum's podcast where they are discussing, amongst other things, Kevin Durant's decision to go to Golden State. And it was a nice little banter, but then it spilled over to the Twitter sphere where it seemed to have taken more of a dark turn. Now, Kevin Durant is considered by most the second best player in the league. Some may say that he is the best, but he seems to be very sensitive when it comes to public opinion about himself and or his basketball decisions. Mike, why do you think Kevin Durant is so sensitive? And do you think after this coming year, he may return to OKC, or will he leave the Warriors and go to another team?
I think he probably will wind up leaving the Golden State Warriors, probably just to maybe challenge himself. As far as him going back to OKC, I think he's burned that bridge there. I don't think that of course he would be welcome back, but I just don't think that would ever happen. As far as why he's so sensitive, I mean, I used to be the biggest Kevin Durant fan, when he came up with Texas, then when he came in with Seattle. He was just such a fun player to watch, and he still is, without a doubt, a fun player to watch. But I've just been, turned off by the guy the last several years, and a lot of that has to do with the fact that he wound up going to the Warriors. I can't knock him for it, but I just didn't like that move. And then, there's just the way that he has treated the media, I think, which he wasn't doing a number of years ago, but the way that he's kind of just come with this. And also on top of that, he had the whole incident where he went on Twitter and was going after people pretending to be somebody else. I just think he just needs to get over it. But, you got to keep in mind that this is a professional athlete, doesn't necessarily have the same upbringing as a civilian, someone that doesn't play professional sports. So I can't necessarily judge Kevin Durant. I'm sure that he had a much different upbringing than what I've had, where he had the mother who was heavily involved in bringing him, in his childhood and everything. I think Kevin Durant overall just has to get over some of this stuff and just move on,
In terms of his sensitivity, I will say that I can't imagine living in the public eye is an easy thing. And one thing about fame and celebrity is that it tends to feed on things that are already there. So if you're insecure, then it feeds on that and makes you behave in a way that amplifies your insecurities. If you have low self-esteem, it kind of amplifies and feeds on that. So I don't know Kevin Durant personally, of course. So I don't know if he's suffering from any low self-esteem or insecurities, but he does seem a little sensitive, and I think when you say that you're not sensitive, I think he's protesting a little too much. But one thing I thought of is that maybe this for him is fuel to light his basketball fire, to give himself motivation, to go out the next year and just prove everybody wrong, shut up all the haters, all the doubters, all the people who thought he was soft and X, Y, and Z. So maybe this is fuel for him, or maybe for him, he's finally coming from a position of power where he's willing to just come back at people. I mean, Twitter and Instagram and social media, there are a lot of, finger thugs, I think I call them, or Twitter thugs, and, where people will just feel empowered to say whatever they want, whether it's accurate, inaccurate, mean-spirited, hateful, nice. They'll say all this stuff and feel that they are cloaked in some sort of anonymity and cloaked in the fact that it might be bad PR for a Kevin Durant or somebody else to come back at them. Because guess what? We're talking about Kevin Durant, not as much as the person who said, he's soft or said that he's this and that. So maybe for him, and, he's actually not the first celebrity who has clapped back at, people who have said mean things to them. I scroll through Instagram and I can tell you, I've probably count at least 2, 3, 4 celebrities who have, commented, responded to somebody's comment. So maybe he's not as sensitive as we like to think he is. Maybe he's just like most other celebrities.